After owning a home, if we're lucky enough, our pensions are our second biggest asset and investment, but often we forget about them. We get our paychecks, it goes in the drawer, and we have very little to do with it.
So we initially started, Will and I wrote a letter that was published in the Equity magazine, and we just stated what our beliefs were within regards to the EPS, the Equity Pension Scheme, still investing in fossil fuels, and it was a bit of a call to arms email to say, does anybody else feel like that's not a great thing? If you're interested, there is an Aviva working group, which obviously ShareAction are involved with. Come and join us. We would like to start our own campaign within equity.
We've enabled their corporate governance team to push forward issues and say, look, we are an example of the way in which outside investors who've got money in Aviva pension schemes are interested in climate policies, and we want to see Aviva taking really seriously the climate issues which we're faced and in the financial system.
10 to 12 of us who've been working very hard campaigning with ShareAction's help to engage with the trustees and bring them on board in terms of climate risk. And thus far we've succeeded in getting them to commit to a carbon audit.
So we've been working with ShareAction along with Legal & General to have annual member meetings to discuss about switching to an alternative default fund, which would suit us a lot better, a much better ethical option for us. Luckily, Legal & General have been listening and have come up with the Future World Fund, which we're
quite ahead of the game of some pension funds, in that it has an annual members meeting which takes place in September every year. I've now been to 4 of these meetings, and over the course of those meetings, sometimes along with other members, I've been pressurising the fund to reduce its exposure to fossil fuels, and we actually seem to have achieved something. At one stage, it had a lot of funds and trackers and had something like a 6% exposure to fossil fuels. But over the years, it has actually reduced that. It's now down to something like 1%. So it looks like we have actually.
I think it's very important to get a grassroots member's point of view heard at the highest levels. It's very easy for people, particularly in the investment industry, who might only meet like-minded people, to end up all thinking the same way and reinforcing one another's perspectives, which may not be the best perspectives. And it helps enormously to bring people into the conversation who have a different perspective, coming from a different background.